also discounted the book because he lived during an era when it simply didn't seem possible that many of the amazing things described in Revelation could actually take place. Their fulfillment seemed impossible, even ludicrous. How times have changed. We live in a day when not only are those things possible, but it looks as though they're lining up left and right. Newspaper headlines daily remind us of events in the book of Revelation. Think of how many Bible prophecies already have come true. I challenge any skeptic to do a study of biblical prophecy. Find out how much God has said that already has come true. Don't discount the book of Revelation because the events it describes don't seem possible. When God talks about the future, He's not guessing. He knows. Does that make you uncomfortable? Does prophecy make you uneasy? I know it has that effect on some people. Yet consider that a full 1/4 of the Bible is prophecy. It's all over the place, and it doesn't make predictions that may or may not come true, like forecasts for the coming week's weather. Incorrect forecasts don't happen because meteorologists don't know their business. The reality is that every weather system has a vast number of permutations, any one of which can throw a predicted forecast off course. Only God can know every possibility, every factor that impacts the world meteorologically, politically, culturally, and spiritually. A tsunami of information that would overwhelm the brightest minds doesn't faze God in the least. So, when God gives us a vision of the end times, we need to pay attention. Biblical prophecy is the best chance we have of grasping the future, and Revelation shows us what the end of the world will really be like. I heard about a tourist driving through West Texas. He pulled into a gas station and noticed a rope dangling from a sign that read, "Weather Forecaster." He studied the rope for a while and asked the attendant, "How can a rope tell you the weather?" "Very simple, Sonny," the old Texan replied. "See when that rope wags back and forth? It's windy. When that rope's wet, it's raining. And when it's frozen stiff, there's snow. When that rope is gone, yep, tornado." God's predictions are very different. When He makes a prediction, He does so because He knows the end from the beginning. And in the book of Revelation, He makes very definite predictions. Why should this matter to us? Because we live in an age of high anxiety when people want to know what's going to happen. What does the future hold? Will there be an Armageddon? Will this world come to an end? Will Jesus really return to the earth visibly and physically? If so, when will He come back? These are real questions to which real people are grasping at straws to get the answers. They'll read a horoscope to find out what the stars say. Or they'll get their palms read, or turn to the tabloid prophets of the National Enquirer and Star magazines. Or they'll call a late-night psychic hotline to find out what some psycho might predict about their personal future. All the while, God has written, not only in Revelation, but also in Daniel, Ezekiel, and other places in the Bible, all about the future of planet Earth, the human race, and what we can expect to come. Revelation is a book about the future. It reveals more details about the end of days than any other book of the Bible. As we look into the book of Revelation, we'll define the rapture and the second coming of Christ. We'll be introduced to a coming world ruler who will try to impose an economic system on every human on the planet. We'll see a severe 7-year judgment that God brings upon the earth. We'll meet a group called the 144,000, find out who they are, and learn what they'll be doing. We'll examine when and why the Jews will rebuild their temple in Jerusalem. We'll see the emergence and ultimate destruction of Babylon and discover its meaning. We'll look at the Battle of Armageddon. More than any of those, however, the book of Revelation reveals Jesus Christ, as we shall see. It shows Jesus' authority over His world, His victory over Satan, His return in glory, His earthly rule for 1,000 years.